Hello, great day, great people. I hope you are having a wonderful and a lovely day. This is Bumi Ajiboye, and here with me for the very first time is Barrister Tony Salaudin herself, the beautiful Barrister Tony, and she's joining me for the first time on my podcast, which is Inspiring Moments with Auntie B. It's so good to see your lovely face again. I love your smile, and I love your jacket too.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a while, and actually, before we talk further, I want to read a biography so that we can actually know the person we are dealing with here for the first time. So we have Amundalat Tony Salaudin, had a secondary education at the Federal Government Girls College, Umara. She holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in Linguistics, an LLB in Common Law, and a Master's degree in Common Law, all from the University of Ilorin in 2011, 2015, and 2024, respectively. She also attended the Nigerian Law School Abuja campus, where she obtained a Bachelor of Law in 2016. Toyin has over 8 years of post-graduation work experience, 5 of which are in university setting, with various forms of training in the practice of law, university administration, and ICT. In 2016, she began her professional career as a legal practitioner with Crown Solicitors, Okebola, Ibadan. She later joined the services of Kola Daisy University, Ibadan, as an administrator in 2019. She currently serves as an administrator in the University of the Registrar and Human Resources Division, Kola Daisy University, Ibadan. Based on her passion for impacting knowledge, she is also an associate lecturer at Kola Daisy University. She's a legal practitioner and university administrator with a record of success in legal practice, administration, and other related areas. As part of our contribution to the community, nation, and world at large, Oluwatoyin is a youth enthusiast who has a strong passion to rescue youth from purposeless life and other social vices, as well as provide requisite assistance to enable them live a responsible life. She is also committed to see the youth fulfill their God-ordained purpose and impact their world positively. She has had the opportunity to make presentations at various training platforms that are beneficial to youth. Wow, this is incredible. Reading about this profile, actually, it blew my mind. And I actually knew Barrister Tony. I think I knew when I was maybe 5 years old or 6 years old. And reading about her profile today, actually, it gladdens my heart. And let me tell you that I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and another thing I would love to talk about is that when there was something about her that I heard about years ago, that she actually studied linguistics in University of Ilorin, and after that she went back. To University of Ilorin to study common law. And when I heard about that, I was so impressed that because I knew that she's good, she's highly intelligent. This is something I went to the same primary school together. Let me say that. I went to the same secondary school together, so I knew her to be a passionate person. She's a go-getter. But before we even talk about why we are here today, I want her to tell us what inspired you. Why did you go back to study common law even after finishing from University of Ilorin, linguistics and all that? What inspired you?
Thank you so much for the compliment.
You're
I'm
welcome.
Grateful. Studying law was something that I had always wanted.
Okay.
My mom wanted me to study a science course. In
Okay.
fact, we had a big fight over going to science class, but I told her I know my strength, and
Okay.
I know that I would do very well in arts, in an art course. So when I finished, I wanted to study law, but then in JAMB, I think I scored, I scored 217.
Wow.
So that was not enough to get me
Yes,
into the faculty of law.
that's true.
But I was offered linguistics.
Okay.
And then I finished secondary school at the age of 15 years. And then
I feel it.
my mom was insisting that I never heard of linguistics before, to be truthful.
Okay.
When I was offered linguistics, I said, I started Googling, reading, what does it mean? So my mom had to take me to a counselor.
Okay.
She explained the situation to her.
Okay.
And then he asked a very important question. He asked my mom, what kind of a lawyer do you want your daughter to be? She's too young to study law.
Okay.
But if you allow her to study linguistics first and then
Okay.
go back to study law,
Okay.
that would make her more mature, more intelligent, and then she would be able to take on the legal profession in a more better way. So we discussed, we thought about it, and I told my mom, okay, I was going to study linguistics. Mom initially said, and my dad, of course, they thought that, okay, I should go for linguistics. After the first year, I should take another jump and
Okay.
then go back for law. But because of what the counselor said, I
Said.
insisted I was going to finish linguistics.
Wow.
Now, the issue was, after I finished, I was a little bit, the passion was no longer there. But
Okay.
because I was determined, I was like,
Yes.
there was no way. I set out to be a lawyer. I'm going to be a
Oh
lawyer.
my God.
I'm not going to go
I
back on
love
my word.
that.
And so my mom was like, are you sure? After 4 years, do you still want to do? I said,
Because
yes.
most parents will even just go and
Of course. My dad was like, why not just go for your master's? You
yes.
finished. I said no. I said I was going to be a lawyer, and I am going to be a
I
lawyer.
love
so
that. I
I
actually
just had to go back.
that's so inspiring. Honestly, that's so inspiring. And today, right? Okay, you've heard from her, and that means you're going to be getting a lot of ideas, not only ideas, advice from the lawyer and how will I even call it? Combination of two.
I call myself a legal linguist.
Okay. Okay. So today we are going to be talking about teenage girls and the right mindset. When you look at the world today, Barrister Toyin, you discover that when you ask a group of girls, especially teenage girls, that who is your role model or who are you looking up to, most of them, they can call the name of probably a celebrity. That's okay, this is the person I'm looking. They don't know what they want for their lives. You know, they are just there. They don't see the future. What they are seeing right now is just what is around them. Most of them, maybe by peer pressure, their foundation, they don't have that passion, the zeal, to be a successful person. Especially the girls. When you use Ibadan as a case study, when you go out in the night, you will see all these small girls hanging all around. And what they are looking for? They are looking for men to carry them out. They are looking for men to just pay them. That's what our Yahoo boys, they will take them to all these restaurants. If you are, sorry, I'm using Ibadan as a case study because we're actually staying in Ibadan. But if you go to restaurants here in ShopRite in the night, even in the daytime, you see all these young girls with Yahoo boys everywhere. They don't hide it. You see them hanging around them, and you will ask yourselves, where are their parents? Where is the mother? Where is the father? What is happening? Because if you are looking at building a future in Nigeria, and this the upcoming teenage girls are like this. So who are we trying to build? How are they going to be a better person? Who are we going to deliver the nation into? So we need to actually think about it, because it's actually a thing of concern to me when you see girls that they don't even know the meaning of mentorship. They are just living their life. And so I think the first question I should ask now: how does a teenage girl deal with peer pressure and maintain a positive mindset?
Well, one of the vices we have in the society is actually peer pressure. My friend is doing this, I want to do it. Particularly in this age of social media, where you have access, you see so-called celebrities living large. You would want to live large as well.
That's true.
But then you have to be focused. You have to be determined. And it starts from the beginning. Just like you said, we went to the same primary school.
Yes.
During our time, we had people who mentor us.
Yes,
They were there for us.
Yeah.
If you have a question, if you need a guideline, you just go to them, and they are always there to help you.
That's true.
I think that is lacking nowadays. We are so busy with ourselves. It's all about me.
Yes.
We're not. Then people think about what they can give back to the society.
That's true.
I remember back home, there's this summer lesson we go to.
Yes.
Once we are on the third term break, we go for summer lessons. You have grown-ups who would come around. They would advise you. They would teach you on career. We take a course on career, and that's really helped us. But we don't have that anymore. We are so into ourselves. It's all about me, my family. But then it's not like we said. It takes a community.
Yes, to build
a child up. It takes a community to raise a child.
Yes.
So there's a need for us to go back to the foundation.
Yes.
Not when they've grown up and they've become we call them dried fish that you can no longer help them. Let's go to the grassroots, the primary schools, the junior secondary schools. Help them, train them, let them know that they need mentors.
Yes.
You cannot do life without mentors. At every point, at every stage.
Yes.
It's good to have role models, but is your role model available? Is he accessible, or is he or she accessible
Adding to what you said, I remember then, yes, we went to the same secondary school, Federal Government Girls College, even the teachers, there is they made sure that as students, then they made sure that they advise us on so many things so that we can see the future. I don't think then you can't misbehave, because they are the ones in charge. The parents are not there, but the teachers, they made sure that they are able to make you understand that there is life beyond where you are now. And because even if you say peer pressure, then everybody is trying to be something. Your friends, you are making sure that your friends, they have something in mind with you. Like they have people that are they have vision. It's not you're not just a friend with someone that doesn't know how to, from their left from their right. So then I think another thing is, even the people that are grooming these teenage girls, some of them, they are not even exposed. They don't know what they want. They don't know what they want. They don't know what they want. So some of them are just living their lives. And even a teenage girl should run up to them and ask them some things that, please advise me on this, advise me on that. Most of them, they don't know what to say. I'm talking about all these, the uncles, maybe the aunties that these teenage girls they have around now. They don't know what to say. They are confused about life. So if a child is confused, if a girl is confused and it's seeking, she's seeking advice from you and you don't know what to say, it's a big shame. So we have to develop our own minds. You as an uncle, you as an auntie, you as a parent, mother, father, develop your own mind so that you'll be able to help all these teenage girls. Even if they are making friends, it will be friends that, it will help them to see the future. Not the friends that will just take from them, pair them with boyfriends. That's what is happening now. pair them with boyfriend. Momo, I know one. Don't let me take you back. I know one guy in SS3, SS2. Okay, can you date this person? Yahoo boys and all that. So I think we, as okay, I'm listening.
Sorry, I was going to add that then those teachers, they saw themselves as our in local parents in school, and then they teach out of passion, not out of necessity. Nowadays you would find most teachers doing that because they don't, that's what they have to do, not because they want to do it. So they are frustrated, and then they teach those students out of frustration. They are just there to earn their daily needs, so they don't really care about those students. But then those teachers are there. They don't just cater for our education, even our emotional needs. They are there out of joy. Even if you want to approach them, you are able to now. Before you even approach your teacher, you look at him. Is he approachable?
Or maybe even the teacher is even toasting the girl.
And then another thing is, if you're talking about peer pressure, show me your friend and I will tell you who you are. If your friend, if you are suffering, or if you are saying you have peer pressure, is it negatively or positively? My friend, my childhood friend, I used to say that she motivates me a lot because she's a go-getter. I think that's one of the persons who inspired me most to even go back for law.
Yes.
Was that my friend?
Okay.
She would tell me, so you want me to be calling you Lingutoye? I don't want to call you Lingutoye. Go back and study that law. You need to go for a professional. She would inspire me. So if you're saying there's peer pressure, why not go for the positive one? That together you make yourselves better. Not that together you'll be dragging yourselves down.
That's true. That's true.
I think
and
there's so much.
I think, let me ask another question. Maybe you can share a personal experience, like you having the right mindset. What do you get from that? Because I knew you. You've been, as I've said earlier, she's a go-getter. I'm not so. I'm saying the truth. No. So she's a go-getter. I just want to know, like, what's the? Yes, you studied linguistics and you wanted to do more, and you went back, to study common law, which it's not common. Let me put it that way. So please, maybe just share some things in line with that.
Oh, well, like I said, surrounding yourselves with the right people.
Okay.
My parents, I'm really grateful for them. They supported me.
Okay.
My uncles and aunts, they would always tell me, you can be more. Even when you know you are doing more, there's still always a more you can be. So having the right mindset, knowing that at the end of the day, you're doing it to become a better person. Fine. When you do that, your parents there's a joy your parents derive, there's a joy those around you derive. But most importantly for yourself, you're doing it for yourself. You want to be a better person. You want to contribute your own quota to the society. You want to fulfill purpose. I think as young as I was always thinking like, okay, I'm going to school. Why am I going to school? What do I want to achieve with this? If I'm going back for law, why do I want to go back for law? And I've always known that someone who would always, back then, I could argue a lot. I'm always asking why. I'm always arguing, and I'm always standing up for what I think is right. I'm always standing up for others. Even at home, when my mom is correcting my siblings, I would always stand up. Why? So I just knew that there's something in me that would fit right into law. And then in studying law, I could always give back to the society. I could always help. I wanted to help those who could not help themselves, help defend those who are defenseless. So I think having the right motivation. Don't let it be all about money. When you are motivated, money will come.
That's true.
If you're doing the right thing, if you're on the right path, then all other things will fall into place. Not to make it a religious thing, but if you do what you are doing rightly, with the right motivation, the right mindset, with the right determination, every other thing will fall into place.
I love that. I actually love that. And another thing, I personally, I would love to say that whenever we see teenage girls, we should always have it in mind that we have a responsibility. You and I, we have a responsibility to let them know, because I discovered that even when you see that someone is doing something bad, like you see a teenage girl doing something that she's not supposed to do, your work is to make sure you do your best to correct them. Your work is for you to don't just laugh at them. You see some people, when they see some girls behaving, and you know this girl, instead of you to maybe take a step further to just help them to see. There was someone, okay, let me give an example. Like last week, I was online and someone posted a full stop on her status. Full stop, and she actually wrote that, okay, that she's depressed and she feels like dying. When I saw it, I was afraid, because I was like, what sort of status is this? So immediately I reached out. So when I reached out, I was like, what happened? How is she doing? She said she's fine. I said, no, you are not fine. Tell me the truth. How are you doing? She said, Auntie, don't worry, I'm fine. I said, if you are fine, you won't be putting such things on your status, full stop, and you are saying that you are not needed in this world, that you want to die, that who does that? She was saying, Auntie, I'm fine. I said, no, tell me the truth. Is it because your mates are in university and you are still staying at home? So I just have to, pick out some questions. I said that she's just tired, and where she is, they are not helping her at home, that she's, confused. So I had to advise her that, no, don't do like that. Just because you're staying at home now, that doesn't mean that that's not the end of the world. So what am I trying to say? When you see a teenage girl beside you and you discover that they are actually behaving somehow, your responsibility is to ask them questions. Some of them will not talk. Maybe just find a way to make them talk, because most of the girls, they will not talk to you. If something is bothering them, they will not talk to you. Just find a way to let them speak out, and you will see, like the girl I talked about. After so many, I advised, I said, okay, maybe you should do this. I'm going to send you some books to read. Some of them, they don't know all these things. So what I'm trying to say is that as everyone has a teenage girl around, everyone. So please, as an elderly person that you are close to a teenage girl, don't make it a point of duty to look after these teenage girls, because they are going through a lot and you might not know. Please, I want you to have it in mind that they are human beings. So if they are going through something, they need someone to talk to. And if you are there, your responsibility as a elderly person is to, advise them, show them the way. But you too, you have to, because if you don't have the knowledge, what are you going to contribute to their life? Or maybe if they are not looking up to you, what are you going to contribute to their life? You will talk, they will just look at you that, what's this one saying? Because maybe the way you are living your life, the way you are even doing, is not even, it's not even making them to, it won't even allow them to listen to you. So, and another question too that I have in mind, because when you look around now, you see that social media, it has taken over. Almost everyone is on social media, almost everyone. And these teenage girls, most of them, they're on social media. And if you see the kind of things they are posting on social media, you will be surprised. Especially that TikTok. You will be surprised about Barrister Toyin.
I intentionally did not join TikTok. I deliberately refused to join TikTok.
You will be if you see some of the things these girls are posting, not even you see them, opening their mouths, opening their somebody that you should. Oh my God! I remember then you read about all these people that have gone far ahead of you. Okonjo Iweala, all these. You want to be like them, but these days they don't read. They don't even know that it is important for you to read a book. All of them are just living their life, anyhow. What do you think about this social media and how it can affect them positively and negatively?
Okay, thank you so much. And before we go on, I just wanted to add to what you said about helping teenagers. We have a bad culture of silence in Nigeria. There's a culture of silence. You see nothing, you say nothing. It does not until it comes close to home. That's when you act. We don't We are not bothered as long as we are not directly affected, which
Yeah.
I think is very wrong. When you see it, you say it. My place of work, because I work in a university,
Okay.
sometimes when a student comes in, I'll be like, what's wrong with you? Is everything okay? Are you well? So there was one that came in. I could see that she lacked the confidence. I was like, raise up your head. Be proud. You are in a university. If your mates can see that you lack confidence, they will pick on you.
That's
so
true.
I had to motivate her. By the time I saw her next, I said, hey, always be bold. Know you are in
Yeah.
a university. So you don't know who you are helping when you say something. Don't
Yeah.
let us look away every
Yeah.
time.
Yes.
So as regards social media,
Yes.
well, social media has its positive side.
Yes.
We have benefit of social media now.
That's
a lot
true.
of benefits.
That's true.
You network.
Yes.
You can learn on social media.
Yes,
you
that's
can
true.
learn. I learned data analysis.
Yeah, wow.
I just saw a flyer on someone's WhatsApp status,
Okay.
and I contacted the person.
Okay.
I was doing a data analysis training for 6 weeks.
Okay.
After which I did a test.
Okay.
I saw all this. I never met my facilitator in person.
Okay.
People do Coursera
Yes,
courses.
that's true.
There are so many things. Even on YouTube, the other day I wanted to learn how to make, was it pancake? I was like, I don't like the way I've been doing it. There should be a better way. So there are so many things. People learn handwork. I know someone who learned tailoring, fashion designing
from
through
social
YouTube.
media.
She
Yeah.
never went to a fashion school.
Okay.
But then, because when the side of social media that people focus on is the celebrity side.
Yeah, that's true. I want to
the-
be known
I want
for
to be
something.
known. That is it. They put their lives on. There are some things that you shouldn't even put online.
Which is not bad to be known, no. But what's
the motivation, let me tell you something. I was going out a day and then I saw a girl, this same TikTok.
Yeah.
She was with her phone and she said, I'm walking. I've just left my house. I just stood. She was on the road. She was so carried away. And I just stood. I was like, oh my God. If it had been a car, she probably, I don't know, because she was so into what she was doing. People, you can get carried away. I won't lie.
Yes.
There are days when I just said, let me rest. Okay, let me just surf through social media.
Okay.
I'm like 2-3 hours. No. So, in fact, my Facebook now, I have to go and hide it. I don't go
Yes.
to Facebook until it's absolutely necessary. So it's easy to get carried away.
Yes,
Honestly,
yes.
it's easy. But then you need, we go back to that determination and focus.
Okay.
You need to know what you are doing.
That's true.
Which part of social media do you want to be on? People are making money on social media.
are.
And it's not even this. You don't need to post your life. You don't need to put yourself on
That's
social
true.
media before you make money.
That's true.
People are making cool money doing what is right.
That's
You
true.
go online, you tell people, let me teach you how to do this.
Okay,
You
that's
post
true.
it, you get so many views, and you're
That's
making
true.
cool money from
That's
it.
true. That's
so,
true.
yes, there are negative sides, but why not go to the positive side and then build yourself up?
Yes, that's true. That's a
I
very
think it's
wonderful one. Another question I would love to ask you is how important is it for teenage girls to surround themselves with supportive friends and role models for maintaining a healthy mindset?
I'm trying to pick my words carefully because
And I think
social
we've even
media-
added it because
we've
let's
even-
like all the ones we've said.
Yes. It's really important. You need support system. In this society, in fact, in this present age, it will be very hard to go far without a good support system. When you feel like giving up, you have your motivators. We call them your
Yeah.
firelighters. Those people who light your fire. When your light is growing dim, you feel like that girl that you said was suffering from depression. You are a firelighter to her. You've motivated her. What you've given her, it cannot be quantified. It's more than
Yes,
money.
that's true.
So, if you're not there, what could have happened? When we hear that people commit suicide, it's because they don't
There's
have that support system.
There
is
should
not
be
there.
yes.
People who will notice that, sometimes when I call my mom, she'll be
Okay.
like, without just my hello,
Hello, yeah.
she'll be like, what's wrong with you? Oh, you're fine. Showing for any. And within a few minutes, she'll be rushing me with questions. I'll be like, I calm down. I just want to rest. I'm just tired. I just said, okay, let me speak to you first. I like that. My friend I said will tell me, will I be calling you Lingutoyi? So she motivates me. I'm sure one of these days maybe she will listen. Her name is Kemeba.
Okay,
you know
okay, yes, I know her.
She really motivates me a lot. I see what she's doing, and I'm like, that's my friend.
I want to be.
you know,
that's
we
true.
have people who will be like, in your surroundings, the people you surround yourself
That's true.
will show your kind of person. So
That's
there's
true.
a need for us to do better.
Okay.
There's a need for us to encourage ourselves.
That's true.
Have role models.
That's true.
Yes, it's good, but then mentors.
That's true. That's true. That's true. I think the last question I'll be asking is, what advice will you give to other teenage girls who are struggling to maintain a positive mindset in today's society?
I think we've just answered that.
Yeah.
Surround yourselves with the right people.
That's
Not
true.
just your family, your friends, your colleagues. Even at my place of work, I have a boss, not just one, but there's one I'm more closer to.
Okay.
Who will tell me, Toyi, you are better than this. You can do better. You studied linguistics, you studied law. I don't want you to be carrying files up and down. I need you to do better. There's a way he motivates me. He gives me things that ordinarily at my level I should not be doing.
Yes,
But
yes.
he will tell me, I know you can do it. When I tell him he will tell me, okay, first put something up, bring it, and then we'll look at it together. He would always tell me, you are better. You shouldn't lower your limits. I think that's just, don't try to limit yourself for someone. Aim higher. Know that you can always be better. There's always a better place.
And don't even allow your background to affect you. You know, some of them, when you ask these girls, they will say, okay, I came from a family of this, a family of that. Don't allow your background to affect you. So many people came from family but a worse background that is not even, maybe your own is even better. And they are living their life. They are fulfilling purpose. They are living their life. They are fulfilling their God-ordained purpose. Don't allow anything to affect your background. And, you know, I was thinking, there was one girl I was talking to, and she said, okay, she stayed with her uncle, and unfortunately the uncle raped her. And if you look at this girl, she's not she's unhappy. Let me put it that way. She's just there. When you look at her, she'll be like, what's wrong with you? She moto Benny or something. You know, that kind of face. So there was a time I now asked the girl that, hope you're okay, hope you're good, hope you're that. She, you know, I was just trying to make her to talk. So she now said something. Okay, she was raped by her uncle. And, you know, I have to advise her, you know, do this, do that. Don't allow that to affect you. Yes, something happened to you. Yes, you have a bad background, but don't remain there. You have a bright future. You know where you are going to. So, thank you so much, Barrister Toyin, for coming to this show today. I don't know if you have final words to say.
Well, let me just say that your background should not limit you.
Yes.
Your background should motivate you.
You can hear that.
If they've not been doing it in your family, if there's no successful person in your family,
Yes.
you can be the successful person. You can be the light in your family.
That's true.
You can be the one to bring your family up from where they are.
I love that.
And bring them into limelight. We have people doing that, so you can do it.
Yes.
Just like we said, social media.
Yes.
Look for people that will motivate you.
That's
Don't
true.
go to the social media where all they do is show their bodies, get money. There's a part of social media where they motivate you. You see them doing great things.
And read books. Please, read
we no longer
books.
read in this
We
in
don't,
this country.
yes,
There's a
read
need
books.
to
So
read.
there are a lot of books that has to do with women, how to develop yourself, how to carry yourself, you know, how to be a successful. You have, we are still, you're a
You know,
teenager.
I read Michelle Obama's novel, Becoming.
Okay.
I was so glad I read that book. It really helped
Glad
me
it's
more.
in
There are I love reading biographies and
Okay.
autobiographies.
Okay.
I read Chinua Achebe's There Was a Country. So I would read, and even when you read, there's a certain knowledge. What you have cannot be
Your
taken away
mindset
from
will
you.
shift
Will shift.
to another level.
That is it. So you need to read, learn from people, from their lives, by reading about them, by watching videos about them.
That's true.
Don't just watch movies alone. I love movies a lot,
Yes,
but
don't
then
watch.
there are other things you can also watch. Documentaries that would help you and also motivate you. I think that's what we should focus on.
I really love that. Thank you so much for coming to this show. And this is the first time we are having Inspire Moments with Auntie B. And I'm so excited that Barrister Tony is here with us. The beautiful Barrister Tony is here with us. So if you have any question, you can just put it on the comment section on Facebook. On Bumi Ajiboye. Yes, we are. This is live streaming from Sandbank TV. Yes, and we are so glad that you are joining us. And also, we'll be having more of this. And apart from this, we'll be having a lot of discussions that have to do with, girls, boys, development, and other discussions too. So join us same time. I won't say next week, but I'm going to let you know when we're having the next edition. Thank you so much. This is the first podcast on Inspire Moments with Auntie B. I love you and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.